Hey guys, it's Just Hoops back here with another video, and today I have a very special one, and I'm so excited to bring it to you. It's the Nike KD12. Without any further ado, let's get right into it. So the KDs over the past years have been very interesting to say the least. I think this is the line where they kind of push the technology of Nike the most and really try to experiment and test new things with him, and I really like that. The KD9 is my favorite basketball shoe of all time to play in. Absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait till one day they retro it. The KD10s were a step down from the KD9s personally, and then the KD11s, loved the cushioning. The traction was decent, but unfortunately, as you guys know, the lockdown was lackluster, to say the least. Hopefully that's fixed in the KD12, and let's just jump right into it. I'm so excited to talk about this shoe. So the traction, it is this kind of almost like a wave, little nubs traction. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but each of these is separated into like little nubs, and it just kind of almost curves along this along the front here and along the back curves, and it's translucent. So I don't prefer translucents, but I wanted to pick these up for you guys and get a review out when I can after playing these for a while. Not just gonna throw it out right away. But hopefully the traction holds up. It seems like it could be a pretty good traction pattern. Only thing I'm worried about is translucent, but other than that, nothing too big of a deal. Not too big of a deal, sorry. Underneath that, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's gonna be little circles in the foam. And we'll talk about that in just a second because we're moving on up. They have some foam coming up right here, and then there's a whole cage of like a TPU type plastic, which is gonna help with the lockdown. And I'm pretty sure they heard all the complaints about the KD11s, probably talked to KD about it. And it's really beneficial for us as consumers because that means we don't have to worry about making our moves and having that fear of hurting ourselves, which really does help. If you think about it, like I played in the KD11s and it really was almost scary to think like, man, I could hurt myself really bad if I just make this move. So very nice to see them listen to that. But anyways, the foam is uncaged on this side right here, the medial side, and it feels okay to the touch, nothing too crazy. They didn't put React in it. It's just a regular foam. It's not one of their name brand ones. Like it's just a regular EVA. It says Nike Zoom, and so as you guys I'm sure already know, they took out the strobe board, replaced it with a full length Zoom, which is articulated, so it has separations in different spots, so it makes it more flexible. This shoe is pretty stiff overall, if you guys can see that. I'm trying to push it pretty hard, but I haven't played in it. It's not broken in, so it'll get better with time, I assume. This is a little plastic piece, comes up on the toe for toe drags. Some people really say they don't like it. I don't care for it. It's not gonna affect me in any way personally, but it's whatever. Moving on up, we have this kind of mesh screen upper with the quad axle flywire. They're marketing it as quad axle flywire. That's what it says right there. And you can see a little peek through panel. It means it's just a bunch of different flywire strings going all different directions to keep your foot locked in. As you can see, the base of the shoe, not necessarily wide. KDs never really have an outrigger. It's always just kind of like this smooth transition. I don't know why, but it doesn't really bother me. But just note that it's a little bit wider than normal. The base is a little bit wider, but nothing crazy. And if you guys like that outrigger, this isn't going to be the shoe for you. It just doesn't have that. The upper is nice. It looks like it'll be a little bit breathable. The tongue is made of this really nice flywire, actually. It's very thick, very padded. One really weird thing on the shoe is this KD logo. Can you guys hear that? It feels like just like a cheap piece of plastic. It's really weird, and they have it on the back panel too, like this little tag. And I mean, I don't mind it. It's not going to affect performance whatsoever, but it is very interesting to think about that they chose to go with that material over something more premium like a piece of leather. But anyways, it doesn't really bother me. Like I said, the tongue is flywire, nice and plush. It's a traditional lacing system, so nothing new there. I went to try these on because I like my shoes personally snug. I wear 2 pairs of socks and oftentimes go down half a size to get them super tight. I was wearing my 2 pairs of socks when I went to try this on, went down half a size, and oh my goodness, that was tight. I went to my true size, and it's still super tight. I loved it. I mean, I am so excited. If you just wear 1 pair of socks, by all means, this will fit you perfectly. 2 pairs of socks, super snug and tight fit. It is a very good fit in my opinion because you want a basketball shoe to be tight one-to-one with your foot. I love how this fits. Other people like it a little bit looser. If you want a little bit of that space in between, some people do like a finger width of space in the toe, you're gonna wanna go up half a size. It's a pretty light shoe, nothing too crazy. On foot it feels much lighter. I don't know if you get it in your hands, you might think, man, it's a little bit clunky. It is not. It's a pretty light shoe. So back to the main selling point of this, it's the cushion. Those holes on the bottom are going to allow the cushion to expand inwards, so when you step it kind of like expands, which is really going to allow that full length zoom to show. They also have another heel zoom. It's a hex unit, so it's like double stack zoom in the heel and then a full length right underneath your foot on top of that foam. Just walking around in these, you can feel it. It is plush, and I am so excited to play in these guys. I have unfortunately I work full-time, which is why there's only one video up on my channel, and money is tight, so I'm trying to make some wiggle room to get you guys some videos. I should have another one coming out before the performance of this one, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, guys, this is just a very simplistic shoe done right, in my opinion. I think they didn't try to overcomplicate things. They just knew what they needed to fix and upgraded on that. And I'm so excited to see these on court and playing them. And Kevin Durant is one of my favorite players. I think he's just an absolute scoring machine. He just has a beautiful shot. He's very smooth, and it's very nice to watch. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. If you pick these up, any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll try and get back to you guys in the comments. Thanks for watching. Until next time, it's Just Hoops.